Praise the Lord. God is good. God is great. Jesus alive and well. Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, call a familiar face. Call all the folks you know, from your family and relatives to your friends, your classmates, your roommates, your significant others, your spouses, and everyone else. From friends, amigos, comrades, compadres, to your frenemies and enemies. Tell them that your boy is doing his YouTube CVS station identification. No, it is not. The Pharmacy, its channel vlog show, known as WEML-TV, Channel 77. And now here is your host of the show, where there's ordinary and there's him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you, Mr. Announcer, for that wonderful intro. Hey, everyone. Eric Lima here, coming at you with another episode of WEML-TV, Channel 77, episode 721. It's November the 13th, 2021, 5:37 p.m., Saturday afternoon. What's going on? Happy weekend, everybody. A little schedule change. A little schedule change. I figured for the Saturday Super Starcade. Here's the deal. Rumor has that the AEW Full Gear pay-per-view will be running at 4 hours. And because of that, I'll probably be in bed by the time everything is over. So we're going to postpone the Saturday Super Starcade, and we're going to do that tomorrow. All right? We're going to do it tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be a Sunday afternoon special of Saturday Super Starcade after my Joker's Wild Slot Machine Sunday battle, 20-round battle against Slapnuts the Devil. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. And I figured, with everything going on, I figured, so tomorrow will be another episode of Saturday Super Starcade, even though it's going to be on a Sunday. But I call it Saturday Super Starcade not because, I play video games on a Saturday. It's more than that. It's honoring two great shows of the 80s that I grew up watching, and that will be Starcade, the game show, hosted by Jeff Edwards, and Saturday Supercade, the 80s cartoon, all about video games. That's why I call it that, and that's the ultimate reason. Not just because I'm going to play video games on Saturdays. So, in that case, it's 5:38 p.m. Got an hour and a half. Maybe if I play a video game, be a short one, probably Tetris or something like that. Who knows for sure? But we're going to kick things off here. It's going to be the SmackDown 205 Live Event Center from last night, November the 12th. Oh, by the way, speaking of video games, the Legend of Zelda Gaming Watch is out, and I ordered mine, so it should be coming in sometime next week. And I will show you guys that as part of the Cyberswagon, all right? Sonya Deville was in the ring with Shayna Baszler, Shotzi, Natalya, and Aaliyah, and the SmackDown Women's Survivor Series team, but there was one person missing. Sasha Banks was introduced, been named the team captain for SmackDown. Naomi interrupts, and possibly trying to interrupts, instead of going after Sonya Deville, which she went after Shayna Baszler. All 6 women were brawling, so Sonya Deville made a match for their 6-woman tag. Sasha Banks, Naomi, and Aaliyah to go up against Natalya, Shotzi, and Shayna Baszler. And it was a great matchup overall. It was high-octane action outside the ring, inside the ring. But in the end, Aaliyah picked up the victory for her team with Sasha Banks and Naomi as her partners. And it was her in-ring debut, by the way, on SmackDown. And then it goes backstage. Sami Zayn I thought he was motivating Team SmackDown, but he was talking to himself into a mirror. Jeff Hardy was watching on, and he goes, how was it? It sucks, Jeff Hardy says. So Megan Moran interviewed Aaliyah after her first victory. She was on a high, but then Sonya Deville interrupts her and tells Aaliyah that she's off of Team SmackDown. Now, that kind of is harsh and sad. I can understand. But I can understand, too, Aaliyah has just made her debut on SmackDown. And, about this, for her to be trying to get battle ready for a big, huge event like Survivor Series, I think Aaliyah needs, I know she's been around NXT for about 7 years, and now she's finally made her debut. And I can understand why they're not going to do this. But who's going to replace Aaliyah? We do not know. Well, a lot of people are guessing. They're hoping Naomi will replace Aaliyah on the team, or will it be Toni Storm? You know, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens a week from tomorrow at Survivor Series. So that's going to be huge news. So there's that. So, and Caleb Braxton said interview Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, and then Roman Reigns says, Heyman, wise man, you take care of this. And Paul Heyman's talking and all that, and thinking that Caleb Braxton's got a thing for him, yada yada yada, you know. So they had a tag team match of Los Lotharios, that's Angel and Humberto, as they want to be called now, to go up against Shinsuke Nakamura, the Intercontinental Champion, and Rick Boogs. He's got his own t-shirt out, man. I'm really excited about that. And Los Lotharios did pick up the victory over Shinsuke and Rick Boogs. I like Rick Boogs. I like the name, Rick Boogs. Actually, it's the shorter version of his real name, Eric Bugenhagen. Rick is a short form of Eric. But, yeah, it's a shorter version of Eric. Another form of Eric. I didn't know that. I didn't know Ricky was another form of Eric. I was like, hey, I could have been called Ricky Lima. Hey, Ricky Lima here. Over here. I'm Ricky Lima over here. We're speaking Portuguese. I'm Ricky Lima over here. The weather pipe. The weather Lima over here. Apa. That type of deal. No, and Boogs is short for Bugenhagen. That's his real name. The dude has got charisma, man. And he can seriously shred on the guitar, man. And get a guy like Rick Boogs. He's the man. And Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss talk to each other, and they're still trashing the Viking Raiders. Haven't they learned their lesson last time? Gosh. So, anyways. And Charlotte Flair arrives in the arena in Norfolk, goes in the ring, addresses Becky Lynch. Trashing Becky Lynch as usual. I mean, and these two have real life heat outside the ring. I don't know if you heard, man. I'll tell you what. Survivor Series is going to get very interesting between those two. And he said, you're our artificial champion. What? Becky Lynch laughed at that. But then, as she's running her mouth, Toni Storm, speaking of Toni Storm, interrupted her. He says, you know what? At least Becky's defending her title on Raw against anybody. But have you defended your title since you got it? Nope, you have not. And so, Toni Storm issued a challenge, and then Charlotte goes, no. I say this. How dare you, Charlotte Flair? How dare you, ma'am? Do not accept a challenge from a former NXT UK Women's Champion. She's been a champion all over the world. Not only that, she's a 2018 Mae Young Classic Tournament champion, and you turn her down? Freaking Toni Storm has faced some of the best of the best, and she even beat Io Shirai, who beat you for the Women's Championship in a triple threat. Even, you weren't pinned in the match, but still. You won't accept Toni Storm's challenge? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, Charlotte Flair, you are a coward. You're not. I'm like, Toni Storm, I love Toni Storm. Give her a title shot. Toni Storm for SmackDown Women's Champion. Hashtag that sucker. All right? Sheepers. And then Caleb Braxton interviews King Xavier Woods, who Kofi Kingston's a little injured, coming a slight MCL sprain. And then they had a matchup between Jeff Hardy and Sami Zayn, which the loser is off Team SmackDown. And here's the deal: as Adam Pearce was talking, Sami Zayn was talking to Adam Pearce, and guess who's with him? Guess who's with Adam Pearce? Von Wagner. What was he doing there with Adam Pearce? This is going to get interesting as time progresses. And he was on the team with Kyle O'Reilly, but I think the rumor about O'Reilly, probably his contract expiring at the end towards the end of November into December, I believe. In December, I would not be surprised if Kyle O'Reilly ends up in AEW, man. I would not be surprised at all. But for right now, that's why Von Wagner is with Adam Pearce. I wonder if Von Wagner is going to make his Survivor Series debut. And listen, the people that made their Survivor Series debuts and went on to have great careers. Remember, The Undertaker in 1990. He went on to have the best career in the WWE. And he fast forward 6 years later to The Rock, who debuted as Rocky Maivia. He went on, obviously, to have the best career ever, not just in wrestling, but in Hollywood as well. And then you got 3 years after that, Kurt Angle doing his thing. Had the best career in the WWE. And let's fast forward to 13 years later, The Shield, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose. Need I say more? And then 2 years after that, Sting, who's accomplished everything in WCW, made his debut at WWE debut at Survivor Series. So, will Von Wagner make his Survivor Series debut as part of the team? We don't know. We don't know who the fifth member of Team SmackDown might be. And it could be anybody at this point. Could be Brock Lesnar himself. I don't know. It'd be very interesting to see what happens. And also, who would place Aaliyah for Team SmackDown? Could be Naomi. Could be Toni Storm, who just barked at Charlotte Flair, or could it be Xia Li making her debut on Survivor Series for Team SmackDown? Interesting situation we got here going. Anyways, so as Hardy has won the matchup, Zayn is out. So Aaliyah calls somebody about what happened, and then Mustafa Ali wants to go talk to her about what happens. Then Ricochet interrupts and said, "Hey, don't listen to this guy. Just keep on going. Just don't give up." And then Hit Row, Sans B Fab, as you know, got released. Was one of the releases. Cut a promo about being on SmackDown. They're very happy about it. So watch for that trio to do something big. And Jinder Mahal and Shanky decided to make fun of Hit Row, which is Cringe City. Yeah, Cringe Row. Yeah, hey Mahal, you're Cringe Row. Trying to do a rap like Hit Row? My goodness. And then they speaking of Xia Li coming to SmackDown soon promo, I'm saying Survivor Series, she's on the Survivor Series team. It'll be I'm telling you, it's gonna be like Undertaker, like it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real. I think Xia Li is gonna be that fifth member of the women's team, Team SmackDown. Caleb Braxton interviews Rich Holland about how he looks up to Sheamus and talks about him. Cesaro interrupts Rich Holland, said, "Hey, this is not the Sheamus that I know," and everything else. Yeah, history. And then Rich Holland goes, Rich Holland wants to team up with Sheamus. If that's going to be the case, look out all the tag teams, because Holland and Sheamus as a tag team will be a whole lot nastier than the Bar has ever been. And Cesaro kind of warned Holland, and Holland goes, "When we team up, the curtain's over clean for you." Walking away. And then they had Roman Reigns versus King Xavier Woods in the main event. Woods won by DQ because the Usos got involved, and they steal Woods' crown and put it on Reigns' head. Well, remember, Xavier Woods is still the King of the Ring of 2021. Not Roman Reigns is the Universal Champion, but doesn't give him the right to take the crown away, take the King of the Ring crown away from Xavier Woods. 205 Live matches on between up-and-coming NXT superstars. Andre Chase, a.k.a. Pee Wee Herman, as I like to call him, won one-on-one Malik Blade, and Andre Chase did pick up the victory. Indy Hartwell from Australia with Persia Pirotta in her corner, went up against Valentina Feroz, and Indy Hartwell did pick up the victory. In the main event, the Cruiserweight champ, Roderick Strong, took on the debuting Draco Anthony, and Roderick Strong did pick up the victory over the debuting Draco Anthony. So there's some big news also from NXT UK. Former NXT UK champ Walter is dating Ginny now. Walter, I didn't know when Walter was married. I think he's another guy who would split up with his wife or something. Or keep his wife married lifetime. Split up with his wife so he can come to the States, and now is dating freaking Ginny. I didn't know Ginny was going out with Walter. As he put Ginny in Imperium. That's going to be crazy. All right, so that's all the time we have on here. SmackDown 205 Live, episode 721 of WEML-TV Channel 77, SmackDown 205 Live Event Center for November the 12th, 2021. So I will see you guys later, and then the next episode, I'm going to give you the final AEW Rampage before Full Gear that's happening in about an hour and 10 minutes. See ya. Have a great and wonderful day. Peace, love, bless out.